Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Prophetess Nikki G, and this video may trigger some of you, but God said we should know the truth, and the truth is going to make you and I free. The truth that you and I hear is not going to make us free, just make us free. It's going to set us free. The groomer built a false sense of rapport with you, and they disguised themselves as your knight in shining armor. Yes, the groomer. The one that told you everything that you wanted to hear, that person that you thought that God sent you, yes, that groomer, they built a false sense of rapport with you, and they disguised themselves as the one that God sent for you. They disguised themselves as your soulmate. They disguised themselves as your knight in shining armor. That groomer disguised themselves. How did they disguise themselves? They disguised themselves, first, family, by building that positive rapport with you. This is how they disguised themselves. This is how this person made you believe that they were the one that God sent you. This is how that groomer convinced you that they were your knight in shining armor. They were the answer to your prayers. They built that positive rapport with you because they knew what they were going to do with you along the way. These people knew you were desperate to be loved. See, the groomer picks out and they seeks out people just like a person who is desperate for love. They study you. That groomer studied you. They observed you for a long time because they wanted to make sure that whatever they were wanting to get out of you, they were going to be able to get it out of your family in that particular time for you. Don't be condemned. Don't be condemned, family. And don't harbor any hate in your heart. Don't be envious of this person, of what they've done to you. These are lessons that you have to learn, and you're going to grow from it. But you have to know why you do what you do so you don't repeat a cycle. Once you know why you do what you do and what contributed to you making that poor decision, you're not going to make that decision again. That groomer love bombed you in the beginning. They did the love bombing to seal your fate with them. And this is how they disguise themselves. This is how that groomer really disguised themselves to be your soulmate. You thought God sent you that person. You thought this was your knight in shining armor. You thought this person was the answer to your prayers. You thought this person was going to complete you. No, what they end up doing was depleting you because they knew you were desperate to be loved. They knew you were desperate for love. And they knew you would sacrifice anything you had for them. They knew that, and they played on your psychology. They did reverse psychology on your family. And what they would do whenever a groomer wants to win their case with you along the journey with them, they're going to use triangulation with you. They're going to bring somebody on the outside in to agree with their case against you so that you can feel like whatever you've said, you shouldn't have said it, so that you can be made to feel like whatever you've done, you shouldn't have done that. You have to be wise. And this is why you have to stay in prayer mode, because God is never going to send you anybody that's going to keep you up and down and in and out. God is never going to send you anybody that'll have you on an emotional roller coaster that you don't know when you're coming, you don't know when you're going, you don't know where you're staying with somebody. People do this on purpose when they have no good desire in your life. Whenever a person doesn't have good intentions for your life, this is the actions that people will show you. These are some of the behaviors and mannerisms that people are going to show you. They're going to build that positive rapport with you because they've studied you. They studied you for a long time. And whenever a groomer studies you, they will then mirror you. They're going to make you believe everything you're interested in, they're interested in too all of a sudden. Everything you like, all of a sudden, they like the same thing. Your dreams and your goals, all of a sudden, they have these big dreams and they have these big goals. Why does a groomer do this? They do this because they are building that positive rapport, but they're doing it on a false pretense. This is why they will mirror you. Everything that you like, they're going to like it. Everything that you want to do, they're going to want to do it too, because this is the groomer's way of building that positive rapport and to disguise themselves as that person that you thought God sent you. They're going to disguise themselves as your true soulmate. They're going to disguise themselves as the person that you wished for, that you prayed for so long, and poof, all of a sudden, this person has showed up in your life, and you think God sent you that person. How can you know if God sent you someone or if the devil sent you somebody? Because, family, God is not going to send somebody that makes you feel like an option for one. God is not going to send you anyone that plays with your psychology and does reverse psychology. God is not going to send anybody that'll play with your emotions. He's not going to send anybody in your life that beats you down and don't build you up. God is going to send you somebody that builds you up. He's going to send you somebody that's going to pour into you. God is going to send you somebody that's going to invest in you, family, not to take away. When this groomer left your life, some of you were in such an emotional famine. Some of you were in such a psychological and a spiritual famine when these people left your life, because they took all the life out of you. This is what a groomer does. This is what a narcissistic person does. These people have mental disorders, and you fed their God complex. They always seek people to feed their God complex. If you can't feed their God complex, they have no use for you, family. But this is why the groomer groomed you this way. This is why that groomer built a positive rapport with you, so they can disguise, so they can hide behind the mask, so that you could believe that they're the one for you. They did all kind of nice things to you and for you in the beginning, didn't they? It was all a facade. It was all fake. It was all games. They hear your conversation. And what is so sly and cunning about a narcissist and about a groomer? What they do, they will mine information out of you. They will listen to all of your woes. They will put you in a position with them where they will earn your trust. Why do they want you to do that? Because they want to extract all your secrets. They want to extract all this stuff out of you. What you've done, where you've been, your good experiences you've had, your past experiences you've had. That narcissist is going to build up such positive rapport with you. You're going to tell these people everything about you. You're going to tell these people everything about you, down from your childhood up until where you are. Why do they want you to do that? Because they're going to use it against you later. They're going to use it against you, family, to beat you down so that they can gain control over you. This is why when a narcissist leave your life, you need to go somewhere by yourself with God, and you need to heal. You do. But that narcissist will keep moving from one supply to the next supply. That groomer will always move from one supply to the next supply. Why do they do that? Because this is who they are, and this is their method of operation. This is how they move, and this is how they live. That narcissist intentionally build a positive rapport with you, only to disguise, to make you believe without a shadow of a doubt that God sent them in your life. They build that positive rapport with you to make you believe. They wanted you to believe 1,000% that God sent them to you. They wanted you to believe that they were your true love, that this was the one. They wanted you to believe that you were their soulmate. They wanted you to believe that they were your soulmate. They wanted you to believe that, family. They wanted you to believe that because they know what plans they have for you. A groomer doesn't have any good plans for you. This is why they will mirror you. A groomer mirrors you. They mirror you, family, so that they can fool you, so that you can buy into the falsehood, so you can buy into the lie. Some of these groomers sold you a dream. They never had any. Listen, family, my goodness. They never had any intentions on building anything with you. They never had any intentions of giving you anything that you deserve. They didn't. It was all a game. And this is what hurts you to the core. It is the betrayal that hurts. But what hurts you so much, and what has hurt you so much, is the deception. It's how they did what they did. This is what hurt you the most. The betrayal hurt you. It did. But what hurt you the most is the deception and the manipulation behind that betrayal. It's how they betrayed you. And it's how they did what they did to you. This is what is killing you emotionally on the inside. And this is what is giving you such a hard time to heal and to get over it, because you are playing this stuff over in your mind over and over and over again. How you were faithful and how you were loyal and how you sacrificed and how you gave and how you were authentic and how these people were not. You keep rehearsing that in your mind over and over and over and over again, and you can never heal. This was what the narcissist wanted. This is what that groomer wanted, for you to do exactly what you're doing. He wanted you to put yourself, she wanted you to put yourself in an emotional roller coaster. They wanted to leave you with these bad memories. They wanted to leave you spiritually hijacked in your mind. That groomer wanted to leave you spiritually hijacked in your emotions and mentally and psychologically, so you wouldn't be fit for anything. They didn't want you to be fit for anything, family. They wanted to damage you just that much because they're used to people feeding their God ego. A groomer, they have God egos, and they have to be center of attention, and they always look for people to feed their ego. You fed the ego of this person. You were so willing to sacrifice for these people. You were so dutiful to these people. They knew you were desperate to be loved by the actions you showed them. They knew you were desperate for love by everything that you agreed to do. You went against the grain. You went against the grain for yourself. You went against your own boundaries. Some things that was asked of you probably whenever you're with a groomer or a narcissist that you know you shouldn't have done, but you did it out of love. You did it for the sake of love. The narcissist knew that, and this is what they played on. They played on you for that. They know when you're desperate for love. They've studied you. They've observed you. They knew you did anything for them that they asked you, family. This was all a facade. They came in your life to build that positive rapport with you, to disguise themselves as a sheep. But they were wolves, family. They were raging wolves. They were not light. They are dark people. So you have to be able to discern when God sends you somebody, and you need to be able to discern when the devil is sending you somebody. The devil is not going to send you anybody good. God is. You're going to be happy. You're going to be happy. See, this is why God wants you to stay on your journey to heal. This is why God wants you to stay in that season of healing, because God is going to give you somebody to love you. I'm telling you, family, you listen to me today because I love you enough to tell you the truth. I respect all of you, and I appreciate you, because God is going to give you someone that is real. He's going to give you somebody that's authentic. So he has to heal you so you don't run away true love when it meets you in the face. And a lot of you want true love, but you'll say you don't want it because how you were treated. And you have a problem trusting people. So I want you to go within, and I want you to take an observation of why you do what you do, and what was it about you that was so willing to give so much of yourself away when you know you shouldn't have. I want you to go within and ask yourself some hard questions. Why did I overstep my boundary? Why did I uplift that boundary that I set for that person? You have to go back to your childhood, because everything is rooted and embedded in us subconsciously, and it is rooted within all of us, how we were treated in our childhood, what we did not get, if we were abandoned. A lot of you may suffer with abandonment issues. This is why you stay in toxicity. This is why you stay in things that you know you shouldn't stay in. This is why you stay in things that are not healthy for you, because now you have a connection and you vowed, because what you didn't get in your childhood, I'm going to stay in that no matter what. Some of you may have come from broken homes. You may have come from a home with divorce with your parents. And whenever you gain a relationship and God bless you to marry, but it's not healthy, it's not good, and you're real children out of that connection, and it doesn't matter how toxic it is, you vowed to yourself to stay in the toxicity. Why do people probably do this? They do this mostly because you're addicted to the pain. You're addicted to the toxicity, and you have abandonment issues. You go way back in your childhood, how you were done in your childhood, and you vowed to yourself, when I get a family, when I have children, no matter what, I'm going to stay in that. We don't even need to enter into anything that's not God's will. This is number one. So we don't get into these situations. We have to pray, and we have to wait on that God-ordained person. You have to wait on that kingdom spouse that God is going to give you. So this is why the groomer came into your life. That groomer built a false sense of rapport with you and hid behind that mask. They disguised themselves as your knight in shining armor. They disguised themselves as the true love of your life. They disguised themselves as the one that God sent you. They disguised themselves as your soulmate because you've told them everything that you needed to tell them of what you wanted, and they listened very clearly. A groomer will listen to you carefully. They're going to listen to every word you say because they're going to come back at some point of that relationship and use everything you've said against you. They are. Be healed, be delivered, and be made free by the power of God. God has good things for you. And don't get up out of the healing process that you're in. You stay in that healing mode, because when God sends you that blessing, when God sends you that person to love you authentically, you're not going to push it away. If you know someone who is going through a narcissistic relationship, narcissistic abuse, who are in something that they know they need to be out of but don't have the courage to get out of it, if you have a friend, if you have a family member, if you have somebody dear to your heart that is going through this, why don't you call them today? Why don't you tell them to tune into this video? Why don't you share this video with somebody and let them know that they are valued, they are loved, and they are well respected, and they deserve better? Why don't you share this video with somebody that has been through such narcissistic abuse? This is real, and we unfortunately live in a generation where the spirit of manipulation is running rampant. And the Lord tells us, my God, this was one of the end time signs before his return, that the spirit of manipulation would run rampant upon the earth. And we see that. These people were raised with narcissistic parents. Their father was narcissistic. Their mother was narcissistic. Some of these narcissistic people, father left them in the home. Their mother forsook them in the home. This is why people are the way they are. So don't take it personal. You just heal. That groomer mirrored you. They wanted you to believe that God sent them. They wanted you to believe that God sent them, knowing good and well that God didn't send them. They wanted to tear you down. They get a high off of your hurt. They get a high off of your pain. I love you, family. We'll talk later if it be the will of the Lord. Don't let the devil condemn you, because there's no condemnation for those of us who are in Christ Jesus. Don't get scammed on our channel. You all see the scammers. Please continue to delete their notifications and replies, and continue to report these people. I'm so grateful for your continued support of the book, Becoming a Master of Divine Consciousness. You're asking, how can I purchase that book? You can go to any online platform. It's in ebook and paperback format. It's in Barnes & Nobles. It's in Amazon, Books A Million, Walmart, Target. It's everywhere that books are sold online. Get that book for somebody. By faith, I believe and receive that it's going to transform your life, family of God. They know you were desperate to be loved. This is why it's not always good to talk too much. They extracted your secrets. They did. They made you comfortable talking. Then they made you comfortable telling things to them that now you regret telling them, because they used the things that you told them and they turned it against your family. But God is going to heal you. God is going to deliver you, and God's going to take care of all of that. God is your vindicator. God's going to give you justice. He is. And God is going to hammer down judgment for the people who betrayed your trust. You can never trust a groomer. You can never trust a narcissistic person. They are unworthy to be trusted. You can never trust them. You always remember that. They can't be trusted. You obey your spirit, because the Holy Spirit is going to tell you what to do and what not to do. We'll talk later. Love y'all so much.